Our summer garden, June 2021. I'm growing a lot of flowers and herbs this year for medicine. In this bed I have Hill All, the purple flowers. It's good for the kidney and liver. There's a rose, almost opened. We've got some daylilies, St. John's wort, feverfew, sorrel in this bed, along with roses and hostas. Trevor overwintered my begonias and my geraniums. Our daylilies are opening now. We have yellow and pink. More of our geraniums and more roses in bloom. This is the fire pit area. We need to build a fire soon and burn off a lot of our brush. I've got lots of purple cone flower that's getting ready to bloom, and our rosemary and bee balm, lots of purple bee balm, and the white Shasta daisies. Up on the trellis here is our blackberries. They're starting to form. They'll turn red and then black, and then we'll know when to pick them. This is one of 4 blackberry beds. Here I have some St. John's wort, euthanasia, which will be opening soon, feverfew, and the new plant this year is yarrow. Yarrow has different colors of shades of pinks and white. This plant is a lot like the all hill. It's good for the liver and the kidneys and makes your blood hot, which helps to fight off any type of infections. My herb garden, I have thyme, oregano, sage, basil, parsley, St. John's wort, chives, all hill is the purple flowers again, parsley and feverfew, and some yarrow as well. There's Trevor working really, really hard. This is the hosta bed, and on the back fence line are more blackberries. This bed has daylilies getting ready to bloom and some euthanasia about ready to bloom. Trevor has a ton of different tomato varieties. These have a lot of the mortgage lifters, which should get very, very large. He has many varieties. He's used all sorts of different ideas of staking them, including crutches, and all sorts of sticks that we've had around the house. He's been able to be very creative and create the beautiful garden. Tomatoes are blooming, and they're beginning to start shaping. Our lettuce bed has almost expired. We'll be yanking those out, and Trevor will plant more plants. Our raspberries are also about ready to bloom. They'll turn red. My beautiful Trevor. More blackberries up on this trellis. And here we have Swiss chard and cilantro. And here is our strawberry patch. Trevor built this netting to keep the critters out. We've already saved many strawberries in the freezer. More blackberries. There's Trevor working hard. The new side yard has our new beds. Trevor made these wonderful arches for things to grow up. These beautiful trellises. He's also been able to use a lot of our fencings and wires that we had around to create all of this fencing for climbers. This is our spaghetti squash, butternut squash, more blackberries on the fence line. And then we have an Italian zucchini right here. Our backyard overlooks the woods. And Trevor built a fence all the way around to keep the animals out. Over here are our potatoes, and they are blooming. We have more potatoes here as well. This is going to be a bean house once the beans grow up. These are cucumbers. We've already had our first cucumber for the summer. He has a couple of different varieties here as well. Making all these beds, all of the fences, all of it is extremely hard work. Trevor started all of his plants indoors in his grow room and then planted them in the ground when it was ready. Here we have a lot of peppers. I believe he's got a total of 92 peppers this year. Here's the okra, Star of David, and other varieties. Up the trellis is his black cherry tomatoes. They're vine-like and will grow up this entire wire panel. Over here is his tomatoes, which also are vine-like. Here he has bean poles, climbing beans. On this back end, he's got watermelon, our first time having watermelon. This is watermelon and another trellis he made. Trevor makes his own soil as well, with a good combination of everything we need organically. More tomatoes and watermelons on this side, and leeks and beans. My desire is to have blooming flowers all throughout the summer and spring to always have color. I've been spreading them around and hopefully it will work. Trevor has more tomatoes up here. These are his paste tomatoes, which will make great canning paste tomatoes. Trevor overwintered my geraniums for me. Up here we have more peppers. Here's okra plants and more beans and flowers. The beans and okra are here. They'll grow at least 10 feet tall, the okra will. Probably the tomatoes as well. More St. John's wort and purple euthanasia flower. Euthanasia is good to keep colds and flus away. St. John's wort is good for relaxing. And here we have our broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and more oregano plants. Oregano can also be a food enhancer, but also medicine. It's a good antiviral, antibacterial, antifungus. Here we have salsa verde plants, tomatillo plants will make salsa verde. More pepper plants. You can't have enough vitamin C. Creeping thyme. Some sage. Some beautiful rosemary plants on the end, right there. Some more creeping thyme. We have some radishes, turnips, parsnips, and carrots as well in these beds. More yarrow. More broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. On the back fence line is our raspberry plants. Blackberry plants. Trevor has about 92 pepper plants this year. This is our garlic and leeks bed. Back here is the bee balm with bees on it now. Bees are very important in the garden to help cross-pollinate. We have more blackberries on the back end.
I normally have to tie these up like crazy by now. I haven't tied them once, you know?
We have more blackberries. We love walking our garden and looking at all the beautiful and hard work Trevor has done. I take care of the flowers and make medicines. Trevor starts the seeds indoors in a grow room in the winter and overwinters plants and then takes them out into the garden and then watches them, makes them grow, preps our food. The front garden is our new garden this year for herbs. We've planted lots of seeds here in this bare spot of rosemary, dill, borage, catnip, oregano, zinnias, and okra. We have sage, more euthanasia, yarrow, St. John's wort, mint, parsley, basil. More blackberries up here as well in the front garden. Trevor made a beautiful path here to get from the front to the back yard. I hope you've enjoyed visiting our garden in June of 2021. Thank you.